Hello guys, welcome to the Sims Real Estate. So today we are building the Craftsman Christmas house. So this house, for this house I created a mood board on Pinterest. So I had a lot of ideas before building it. It's something that I like to do before any of my builds I do on The Sims. Yeah, and so it's inspired by the Craftsman's house style for the exterior, and for the interior I was inspired by the mission style. It's a style that I discovered with The Sims actually. When I was looking in the filter bar, there is something called the mission style. So I was looking at it on Instagram and I was like thinking that it fitted this house because um I was inspired by the Christmas movies, since I wanted to do a Christmas house since it's that time of the year, and I still haven't built one for my Sims gallery or even for my YouTube channel. So yeah, and also I think it's quite warm and it fits my style. I like realistic houses for my Sims, so that was perfect. So for the floor plan, at the beginning we start quite squarish, as you can see, but while we'll be building, sorry, I'm going to drink a little bit. Yeah. While we'll be building the house, I will be changing the floor plan to fit the rooms, because for now the rooms are quite big and they will be still big after it, but there will be like less smaller. I'm already switching the size of the rooms now in the video. So yeah, and I will be changing them again, removing rooms and everything. I don't know how you guys build, but I like change my mind a lot while I'm building. Like I'm never 100% happy with the results. I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but when I don't know how to say it, where it has to be to fit the image I had in my mind, and when it doesn't, like I'm always changing it. It's why the video it's quite long. It's now a 37-minute long video, but at the beginning it used to be 48 minutes when it was speed out by 8, but I spent 6 hours building this lot. Yeah, it was a long night. I hadn't slept that night. Yeah, sometimes it happens. When I start building, I cannot stop. So sometimes I don't sleep when I start building, which is a bad habit of mine, but since now I'm looking for a job, it's the perfect time to do it. It's why I also had finally the courage to create my own YouTube channel, because I was doing nothing and it's been on my mind for like 6 years to create my own YouTube channel. So now that I didn't have anything to do except for looking for jobs, I thought it was perfect to look more into the softwares I could use. At the beginning I was trying to use OBS, but OBS wasn't working on my computer. I'm filming and playing the game on a laptop, which is not a gamer's laptop, and I don't know, I tried to change the configuration of OBS a lot of times and it wasn't working at all. Every time I tried to film, like the video was only one frame, the same frame for like 10 minutes, and it was quite frustrating to film a build for like 10-20 minutes and only have one frame at the end. So then I discovered Bandicam, and I used to use the free version, but I bought a license to have the. It's not that expensive. It was like 36 euros. I don't know how much it is in dollars, but I live in France, so it was 36 euros. Yeah, and I started watching Sims videos with James Turner, the Sim Supply, and then I watched Deligracy. It's also why I decided to do my videos, my voiceovers in English, because I mostly watch English speaking simmers and even YouTubers. I must watch maybe 2-3 French YouTube channels. I also speak Portuguese and Spanish, but I don't watch any of Portuguese or Spanish speaking YouTube channels. I mainly watch in English. So it's why I decided to do in English. It was the obvious choice for me, and it's quite exciting since I created my channel to do finally what I've been dreaming to do for a few years. It's not only the beginning. I don't dream to have a lot of subscribers, but at least it gives me something else to do during the day than even if I still look for jobs. I don't only do that because it's quite depressing. Yeah, let's change the subject. It's not what you are here for. So we are doing the front porch now. Usually, what you saw me do is I pick the plants I want to use for the landscape. I'll look for inspiration on Pinterest, and then I place them. It's not not like it's symmetric, but not identical for the both sides. And for the trees, I did that new thing that I saw on Pinterest. I did a circular planter, and I put rocky kind of floor, and you can put then the plants and the trees on top of it, and I didn't use the same tree for both planters. And yeah, I like that at the front yard of this house, and also even the backyard, because usually I struggle a lot with the exterior. I'm more of an interior decorator builder. I like to build the houses and everything, but usually the exterior decoration, furnishing, I struggle quite a bit. It's not what I like to spend my time during my building but my building time in the Sims. So for the interior, as I said, was inspired by the mission style. So we used, I think, a base game chimney, fireplace. I never know if the words I use are English or American English. So I'm sorry for any English speakers. I get quite mixed up with the words that you are going to hear. Typically English words and American words. So hope it's okay. And we are starting to see the Christmas theme when I'm doing the interior. I'm starting to put the Christmas tree and the Christmas decoration. I'm going to go back to the exterior to put more Christmas decoration, and even off the editing, but the off camera. I went with my sim and put the Christmas decorations with the little box I will put in the laundry room, and you know, the ones to put the lights and everything on the exterior of the house with that came with seasons. I don't know if I said that. Yeah, so we are putting the Christmas decorations since it's the Craftsman's Christmas house. Yeah, so, and I will put a bunch of nutcrackers on the outside, and yeah, and I put a lot of other Christmas decoration in the room. I didn't put any on the bed in the bedrooms on in the bedrooms. It's mainly, mainly in the living room, the formal dining room, and the kitchen. So yeah, and for the house, I also was inspired by the game Life is Strange. At least Life is Strange Before the Storm. The house of Chloe's girlfriend in the game, or parents' house, at quite the same style as this one. So while I was building, I was thinking a lot of that house. I never pronounce it that in my H's, and my teachers always used to tell me that I had to work on my H's, and so I give myself forgive. I not forgive, but I beg you pardon for my accent again. I will try to pronounce my H's, but I will forget quite a lot of the times to do it. So it's one of the reasons why I was hesitating to do the voiceover. It's my accent, and I think it's like that for everyone. It's already hard to hear your voice when you record a voice or a video, and you hear your voice, is quite already cringy to hear your voice. But to film uh, film or how to say, record my voice and be speaking in English with my accent, I think it's going to be quite an experience to hear me back speaking in English on a video. I never did this. I recorded myself once in French for a class back when I was in college, uh, university. I mean, back at with the English American words I was talking about. Back when I was in uni, I had to film for a class. It was a law class. Yeah, it was a law class about copyright. Haha, perfect for YouTube, right? About copyright. And I was doing a presentation, a group presentation about copyright on websites. And I did, for the presentation, I wanted to do like information video, and I recorded myself reading my text. And that was it. And I did like quite video editing with some clips from the case I was explaining for the class. And also it was quite helpful because I don't like to speak in front of audiences or in front of people, like in front of people, but in front of big groups of people, of persons, humans. So yeah, I did that, and it was awesome because almost all my speaking was done by the video that I'd recorded in my room, like I'm doing right now. But I think it was quite better, not better, but yeah, better than this one. because I was less stressed, I think, because I had prepared my text and it was a 10-minute video, and now I'm trying to fill 37 minutes. I don't think I'm going to do the 37 minutes, but I'm going to try. So here we are doing the formal dining room. There is a formal dining room and a breakfast corner in the kitchen, and here again I was inspired a little bit by the Life is Strange Before the Storm video game for the living room, and by my mood board also on Pinterest. But that were the inspirations behind the this dining room. And what I was saying, I'm going to drink a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, this house is in Del Sol Valley in the Vegas Green lot. It's quite a big lot. I feel like, yeah, they didn't put a lot of lots in Del Sol Valley, but the lots that we have, they are enormous, like gigantic, I would say. Like I'm used to like the 20, 30 rooms, not rooms, but lots. I never like to build in big room, not room. I'm not going to swear, but it's frustrating to be missing the word like lots. I don't like to build on big lots, but I don't have a choice in this world. world. Yeah, they didn't give us a choice. Like you have 6, a little bit more rooms, but they are gigantic. There is only the garden in the city area that is little. Like it's the room that is supposed to be big, and it's the room that is small in this world. So it's mind blowing. So yeah, this house, it fits the neighborhood where it's in the cheaper neighborhood in Del Sol Valley. But after building it, I was thinking, there is a lot of food in this house, and I feel like it's more fitting for colder areas, and I don't know if it will be. You tell me if someone listening to or watching this video lives in California or Los Angeles, since Delta Valley was inspired by California and Los Angeles. If you think there is, or if you know there is houses like this in California and in Los Angeles, tell me. But I was thinking that maybe in the summer, or since there isn't really seasons in California, even during the year, this house wouldn't be a nightmare to live in. Maybe it will be a lot hotter, hot uh, for Los Angeles. I don't know, but I put the air conditioning thing that came with seasons at the entrance of the house, so your Sims are not going to die. This house, I don't think they are going to use the fireplace. It was a detail that was going well with the style, and even with the Christmas decor interior. And yeah, here is the box I used off camera to the box from Seasons that I used off camera to do the Christmas decorations and lights outside. Yeah, this is the laundry room. I'm going to change later the how do you say, the paint on the wall, because this I was thinking that it was looking way too modern for this house interior. House. I'm forgetting again to pronounce my H's. Yeah, so I'm doing this trick I usually do in my laundry rooms. I use baskets from the debug area that came with the jungle pack. Jungle, I forgot the name of the pack. The one that came with Salvadorada. So yeah, and I always like to use them in my laundry rooms. I don't know why. I just feel it's fitting for the room. I would like to have the boxes. We have the ones from Get to Work, but I like other ones because I always use them, and I'm trying to not always use the same objects, but I will use them in the home office. So yeah. And what I was talking, so before talking about the laundry room, yeah, so I was talking about Los Angeles. So yeah, I don't know if it's fitting for Los Angeles, but it was fitting for this neighborhood. I'm quite happy with the house, even if the kids, there is 3 bedrooms in this house, the master bedroom and 2 kids bedrooms, and there is 1 pink bedroom, and I'm not quite happy with that bedroom. It was the last bedroom I furnished, and I already said it, I think, but it took me 6 hours to build this house, and it was quite hard to furnish the last room because I was feeling tired because I hadn't slept yet. Usually when I start building I don't stop, so yeah. uh, and I wasn't feeling it, but I still don't know how to furnish it, so I let it like this. I felt it wasn't the worst one. It's quite uh, nice, but I could do better. I give myself a C for that room. Maybe a B minus. But you'll see, and you'll tell me on the comments what you think about it. And yeah, here we are doing the home office, and I think it's and not I think this is the other room I was doing and thinking about the Life is Strange Before the Storm, because the dad in the game has a home office that Chloe breaks in to steal objects, and then there is a fight with a guy in that room. So yeah, it's not the exact same room, but it's inspired like the living room, not the living room, maybe at the living room too. The living room, the formal dining room, and the home office. I was thinking about about the Life is Strange Before the Storm. I hope I don't seem very robotic while speaking. I'm just looking for the words because I'm not used anymore to speak English. It's been quite a long time since I spoke English. We are in December. In September of this year, of 2008, whoa, of 2018, in September I went to London. I spoke a little bit of English with the people there, but I let my friend speak for me because she has a better accent, and sometimes people didn't quite understood me. And I used to date an American boy. I dated him for almost a year. My English got better with him, but yeah, like I know how to speak English. It's my accent is awful. It's not like you don't hear always. I hope so. The French accent, I I don't have a typical French accent because I'm not French. I only live in in France, but I'm not French. I'm actually Portuguese, but I've been in France since I'm 8. So yeah, you don't, you can, I don't think you can guess from where I am from my accent. I don't know. You tell me. But now you know. Yeah, so for the bedroom, again, I looked for my mood board to uh, know how to furnish it. It helps me. Really, Pinterest is a life saving when you're struggling with a style. And even if you're struggling with big rooms, when it's small rooms, I don't struggle that much. I know what I want. But when it's big rooms like this one, I I struggle a lot, so I went to look for the mission style bedrooms, and in my mood board, I had this bedroom that had um, bookshelves to separate the room from the clothing area, living space area in the bedroom. So that's where I got my inspiration. Then for the master bathroom, I I wanted to use the Get Famous tub that we got, but it wasn't fitting the style, so I used the one from the Fitness stuff pack. I think that's the name of the stuff pack, because it had the wood on it, so I think it was the one who was the best fitting for this house. And again, I'm using for the decoration, I'm using that, I don't know if I told you, but when I was doing the kitchen, I picked the objects, all the objects I wanted to use, and then I placed them with a CC shelf. That there is no CC in this house, but it's a shelf that I use for spaces that don't have, or how do you say, for furniture that don't have a lot of slots for the objects. And it's quite useful since I don't know which YouTuber he also uses it. I think it's Similici. I think it's Similici that uses it, and since he used it, I downloaded it because it makes it so easier to put decor on those shelves, little shelves, and even in the like the big furniture piece I put in the dining room, like the one for the how do you say, the cutlery and everything for the table. Like that object doesn't have, like, the slots are little, like the one that came also with the laundry stuff bag. Like, it's a huge object, and the slots are little, and you can put anything on them. And for me, it's quite how do you say? It's a torture. So yeah, I used it, but there is no CC in the house. I don't use CC because I used to use CC for my houses on in the Sims 4 and even in the Sims 3. But I it made my computer lag because I use a laptop. And even for the gallery, it's quite, like, when I was putting, people were saying that, yeah, I don't really want to download it because I don't have the same objects you're using and things like that. So from I thought it was, I build my houses to share them. I like to build them for me, of course, but I also like to share them because I understand that for beginners it's hard to build them. I didn't choose to build all my on the Sims 3. I didn't choose to build all my houses. I would download a lot of my houses on the internet at the time, on Tumblr, and even from the YouTubers. I used to download a lot of delicacies and the Sims supply houses. And there was soft Sims also. I think I used to love warehouses. And yeah, so I understand that when you're starting the game, it's helpful when there is these other players sharing houses and realistic ones, because I like a realistic type of game. So for example, I don't choose vampires. I love the furniture that came, the Victorian furniture that came with the vampire stuff pack, but I don't choose vampires. I disable them with the MCC commands. Yeah, because I don't like them. I don't choose them. I tried to play with them a few months ago, and I did a gameplay where I completed the life traits, not the lifestyle traits, but the life aspirations. And yeah, so here is a sporty bedroom type of thing. I like the dart game on the wall. I thought it was quite fitting for this bedroom. So it's for whoever you want. It can be a teenager, it could be a young adult, even an elder if you want. Why not? Live your life. But yeah, I was doing it for a teen in my mind. It could be a girl or a man, a boy, a teenager, who are quite nerdy, and even nerdy, but they also like sports, because there is sports in the corners of there is the bat and the ball. And on the backyard outside there will be um, a basketball hoop a basketball court behind the garage. So yeah, again, it was there is a lot of inspirations in this house, from the TV, Christmas movies, the Life is Strange video game, the mission style, the craftsman style. So yeah, there is a lot of inspiration, so I don't struggle to choose the objects I will be using. And then after this bedroom, I would be furnishing the pink bedroom. That, as I already said, I'm not quite happy with that room. It's not yeah. I give up. But yeah, it could be better. So I will put music from now on. I don't have anything else to say. It was quite an adventure to do this voice over. I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, please put a thumbs up in the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked my video again. And I hope to see you again. Have a nice day. Bye bye.